Hello and welcome. I just want to do a quick little life update, I guess, with what's been going on, because I post things on Instagram, but I realize I don't do the same thing on YouTube necessarily. But as you can see from the thumbnail, I broke a bone. I broke my wrist. I fractured, actually, my wrist. That's my first bone I've ever broken, yeah. I've never broken a bone, which is kind of crazy to think, because I ride motorcycles, dirt bike, snowboard, I hike and all that stuff, and I've never broken a bone. But yeah, this is my first one. It was really just kind of a freak accident, because I've been snowboarding since I was like 5 or 7, I think. So I consider myself a pretty good snowboarder, but I was just going off of I had already done it a couple times, but I just went off the side of like a little jump, really small. I just did a 180, landed it perfectly fine, and then I went down to my toe edge, and I was just slowing down before I hit the next jump. And as I shifted my weight, I caught a back edge. Happens, and I flew back and caught myself, which I don't normally do. It was only my second time out this season, so I was still a little rusty. I didn't snowboard at all the year before, and the year before that I only went a few times. So I have been a little rusty over the past few years. But I landed on it. As soon as I landed, I'm pretty sure I heard something just kind of pop internally. And I was like, that didn't sound too good. And immediately I was in pain, and it really hurt. And I can't confirm that this happened, but I was wearing my watch. I forgot to take my watch off. And I swear that's what broke it, because it got like stuck where my wrist couldn't bend, because it slid down too far. I had it loose and it slid down too far on my wrist, like right here, and it couldn't bend. So when I landed, instead of bending like that, it just popped, because it broke these 2 spots right there. It fractured 2 spots right there. So yeah, that was interesting. I kept snowboarding a little bit, and then I was just sitting there and I'm like, this doesn't feel good at all. I don't think this is good. And then I started to feel like I was gonna just throw up, and I also felt like I was gonna shit myself. I don't know if that's normal. I've had a snowboarding accident before that are pretty serious, but yeah, this one was definitely different. I could tell something was up. So I went down to the ski patrols, and I walked down, and I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, we can't really tell you if it's broken or not. They're like, you should probably go to the ER room. So I didn't go right away. I just kind of went home and just kind of relaxed for a while. And then I was like, it doesn't really hurt that bad. Like, I can deal with it. But then eventually I was just like, I got to get it checked out, because if it is broken and I don't do something about it, then I could have, long-term repercussions. And I'm glad I did go, because obviously I found out it was broken after they took x-rays, but I didn't think to remove my ring, and it was already swelling around it, and they were going to have to cut that off. But thankfully the technician was able to get it off. They were super nice there. It was a good experience despite having broken my bone, but the pain didn't bother me. Like, obviously it really hurt, but like, what really bothered me was when I was in the room and the doctor comes in and she's like, what do you think? Do you think you broke it? And I'm like, I hope I didn't. And she's like, you did. And then she's kind of talked a little bit, and I was just kind of like dazed. And then she leaves the room, and then I just, from head to toe, just became covered in sweat. And then I just felt like I was going to just puke, and I couldn't hold it back. And I just started getting dizzy. I felt like I almost was going to pass out. It was the weirdest thing. She unwrapped my arm so I could see it, and I couldn't look at it knowing there was a broken bone in there. It had been like, what was it? Like 8 hours since I had broken it. And just then I started losing it, and I couldn't look at the x-rays. I had to cover the x-rays, and I had laid down, and I was like, I'm going to lose it. So that was an interesting experience. Then it went away once they wrapped it up and everything. It was just in my head. It wasn't, I was kind of losing. I don't do good with the thought of injuries, I guess. Like, the injury itself I can handle. It's just the thought of injuries I don't do. I don't really know. But anyway, yeah, so that happened. That is, it's been a little difficult. It's only been a few days, but everything I do requires 2 hands. It was only the second day out snowboarding. I haven't been, actively snowboarding in years. I just got new boots, so I was really excited to go. So that kind of sucks. And, editing and everything like that is going to be a little bit of a learning curve to try to edit, and I do all that with 2 hands. I also can't play like any games. I can play some, like with the Switch. I can do it where I play Animal Crossing with 1 hand, but these things happen. It was a freak accident. I never thought that would happen to me. I've never broken a bone. So that was really interesting. But yeah, anyway, so that's the big update. The other ones I just kind of want to touch on was, if you've seen it, I hope you've seen it. If not, no big deal. But I did post a cinematic short film not too long ago, a couple days ago, weeks ago, I don't know. titled Water Life Sustained. And I was really happy about that one. I really like the way that one came out. I am planning on making a behind the scenes explaining the story and what it took to make that video, because that video has some deeper meanings in it to me that I want to go into in depth. So I'm really excited about that one. If you haven't seen the video, I would really appreciate if you watch it. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. But then be looking forward to the making of it, because I'm excited about making that. The other update, and this happened like I think the night before I broke my wrist, but I did my first live stream, and I did it right on YouTube. And it was really fun. I've wanted to do a live stream for a really long time. I just wanted to make sure that like I had some stuff set up, and mentally I wanted to be prepared for it. I was really nervous to do it because I've never done anything live before. Everything I do is, you know, I can edit it afterwards. So knowing that, I was like, whatever happens, you just got to roll with it. You got to make it up as you go. And the good thing with that is that the way I record gaming is I always record it as if I'm streaming. So it wasn't that hard of a switch to go to streaming. But I did do my first stream, and it was super fun. I really had a lot of fun with it. And I want to do more, but now with my wrist broken, I'm probably going to be doing a lot more streaming, just because I don't need to edit it as much. I don't really need to do much for editing, and editing just is a little difficult right now with my hand. I'm still learning how to work with that. So if you're into that and you want to watch the live streams, I would really appreciate that. So just, you know, keep an eye out. I'm probably going to be doing more really soon. And yeah, they're really fun. The camera quality right now is absolute just dog shit. Like, it is bad. But I did order a new webcam that's at least 1080p, so that will be nice to kind of upgrade that quality a little bit. But with the games that I'm going to be playing with live stream, they're going to have to be like one-handed games that I can just do like with my mouse or something, like, I don't know, like card deck games or point and click games, because I can't really do, you know, too much with this hand, obviously, unless they're like more chill games and I can just kind of take my time. So if you have games that would be good that I can play with one hand or slowly with two hands, definitely let me know, because I'm looking for suggestions. You know, I need to play some stuff to keep me busy, and plus I want to keep making some content because it's really fun. But other than that, yeah, I just kind of wanted to update you on what's going on, if you know you're interested to hear what's going on in my life. Yeah. But other than that, thanks for watching. Peace.